School districts across the Coulee region are working hard to integrate technology into their classrooms. Bangor Middle School now provides iPads to every student. Some students in Onalaska are using e-readers, and the Holman School District has a technology school where teachers use tools like smartboards and document cameras. But there is a school in La Crosse that can't compute the style of education. We'll take a look at the Waldorf philosophy in tonight's assignment education report.
This is our radius.
Learning 6th grade math in Mr. Rabbit's class involves compasses, straight edges, and a blackboard. You'll notice there are no TVs in the corners of the room, an analog clock hangs on the wall, and there is no computer on this teacher's desk.
Education is meant to be human to human.
Three Rivers Waldorf School in La Crosse is one of around 160 Waldorf schools in the country that believes children learn the best through relationships. Not by using high-tech gadgets.
We believe that children who learn through play and interactions with people and things are capable learners who can pick up technology, which is so easy to do in the modern world. But they've already learned to be learners and engage in the world and be interested in many things. And therefore, they're not going to have technology as a crutch. They'll recognize it as a tool, just like a good pair of scissors.
Waldorf education prides itself on providing a balanced education for the whole child, meaning physically, socially, emotionally, intellectually, and spiritually.
From my perspective as a teacher, it's really not enough for them to learn the subject. What we're really reaching for in this education with the children is to develop a capacity to learn. We'd write 1/6.
And while some styles of education find value in using today's technology to engage the students in learning, the Waldorf philosophy is about providing a low-tech environment.
The ability to do math on a keyboard requires very little movement. Whereas this, they really engage both their limbs, they engaged each other, they engaged me, and then just through the art of creating what we were speaking about, being able to watch what was being done and being able to recreate that themselves, adds an element that is very difficult to get from a screen.
We introduce students to information with a story curriculum, so the information comes to life. When a human being tells you a story and engages you directly, it is much more engaging than something that you can look away from and it doesn't even know.
So this no screens in the classroom policy means students do a lot of hands-on creative thinking.
The 7th and 8th grade classes are studying physics, and so they are making fulcrums and balances and actually exploring the concepts of physics through very physical means, rather than having a virtual experience of physics.
And according to the enrollment coordinator, once students know how to learn and communicate,
Good afternoon, Michael.
Understanding how to work the latest technology will be a breeze.
Bill Gates and Steve Jobs didn't have computers when they were children, and yet they were capable of, doing really amazing things in the technology world.
So even if the next Bill Gates is sitting in this classroom, these students will remain unplugged. While Waldorf education doesn't allow screens in the classroom, once a student begins doing research papers in the middle school, the school will help provide access to the internet or computers, for example, a class trip to the library, let's say.
So the Waldorf education isn't anti-technology, just to be clear.
Yeah, and they say by no means. In fact, the teachers, use the internet for their own research, for their own lesson planning. They just believe that a student's learning comes from hands-on basics, and that's what's most important for them, and that's what they're going to focus on until they're older.
Just another option for education for parents and their children.
In this area,
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.